Hello and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Yeah. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon to you all. I'm going to try and see if I can add Dr. Fumi and others to the broadcast. Please, if you get this broadcast, do share. What we're trying to do is to reach as many people as possible. I'm going to try and build this platform. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Today we are looking at one or two things very, very closely, and we would like your help in doing so. I hope you can see us. I hope what we're showing is making sense. So we're trying to basically raise awareness, and there is a bill that has passed recently. I don't know what's going on with this. I hope it's not going to play about today. It looks like it's going to be one of those days. When you put something up and it doesn't suddenly show up, you start wondering, is it going to be one of those days? And that's what I'm thinking, right? Okay. So we're going to talk about this now. I hope that makes sense to you. We're going to talk about the Nigerian Constitution. Good morning and welcome to you, those of you joining us on TikTok. It's been a minute. It's Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This morning we're going to be looking at the Nigerian Constitution, and many of you who have been following us on for some time, for a minute, will know that the Nigerian Constitution has been something of interest, a huge interest to us. It's a little bit cold, so I bring my blanket to put on to keep the back warm. So many of you will know that the Nigerian Constitution is a special area of interest for myself. Let me just see if this is gonna work. I'm just trying to make sure it works. Let me just see if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay. So good morning and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This morning we are looking specifically at the Nigerian Constitution, and the reason why we are looking at the Nigerian Constitution is there was a news that's been quietly came out today. In fact, yesterday in the Senate, the autonomy bill for local government was dropped. The autonomy bill for the local government councils was quietly dropped. Now, that is a major problem. Now, particularly for those of you who have been talking about elections, let us vote. Go and vote. Let us vote. It is very important to understand why this bill is so important. And we are going to I'm going to try and go through this constitution in detail. I'm going to try and go through it in detail live on air. I hope you can see me. Let me see if the pictures and everything is doing what it's supposed to do. I'm trying to just test it. And if it doesn't work on Facebook, I may come back. But I will talk about it a lot on TikTok, and I will read some things as well whilst I'm on here, so that you can follow me for the purposes of what we're trying to do, to enlighten our people. We can follow what is being done and why it's being done, and the reason why we should all be very concerned. Many of those who are telling us to go and vote in elections. So hang on a minute. Oh, it's not quite there. So they are telling us to go and vote at elections. Sorry, the picture is a little bit jerky. So I'm not quite sure why that is now. It seemed to be stable for a few days, but now it seems to be back again with this up and down. That's on Facebook and YouTube. But of course, as ever, go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us build the platform. That will be of great help. Now, so we're gonna go into it as best as we can, and hopefully it will go through. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play you a small video. I want to play you a small video of and I'll try and talk it through for those who are on TikTok. I'm gonna try and talk through it if I can. You won't hear it, but I'll try and talk through what they said. So let's listen to the video of Ahmed Lawan talking about why they dropped the bill. So those of you on Facebook will hear it. Those of you on TikTok, I'll talk about it. Let's see if it works. So I'm hoping that will work now. I'm just trying to make it work. Sorry about that. It's one of those mornings, it looks like. If it does play up, those of you on Facebook, I will probably come back. But what I want to do is good morning to you all. Welcome to Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I just want to try and bring some information to us. Basically, the autonomy bill that would have meant that for the first time ever, the local government would have...
For local government councils.
Here we go.
The National Assembly had done its work. Now, in the State House of Assembly, those particular amendments that many Nigerians feel are so critical and crucial for entrenching democracy in Nigeria have not passed.
The Senate is asking the remaining 9 state houses of assembly that are yet to fall.
So I'm going to pause that. That is the most important thing. Ahmed Lawan, the Senate president, has basically just said live on air, and those of you who are watching on Facebook, you'd have seen. He basically said that the bill for the local government autonomy bill has not passed. And that is he just put it out as a statement, and it's a matter of fact, and it's going on, and that's it. Now, that is where I want to stop. Let us discuss what that means, because oftentimes many people don't understand when we talk about the local government autonomy and the impact of it. Let us read the thing that I put up again to show you what quite how important that is. Let's see if I can get the picture up. So those of you on Facebook, you will see it, and YouTube. It says the financial let me start again. The Financial and Administrative Autonomy for Local Government Bill not passed to amend the fraudulent 1999 Constitution. That is really, really important. Good morning, JJ. Good morning, Jan Jave. We're talking about Nigeria in terms of the Nigerian Constitution and the impact on the people. So, what we are trying to look at now is what does that mean for the 778 local government councils that the local government have no autonomy from the state government. They have no autonomy. That is to say, they cannot run independently of the states. What does that mean? Well, that is why this talk about elections is so crucial. That is why we need to really take the time among ourselves to discuss this and talk about it to our people. And for those of us who are going for self-determination, this is a perfect opportunity, if we use it in the right manner, to get our message home as to why self-determination, why referendum and self-determination are the only options left to our people to actually pursue. Let me see if this is going to work. I don't know why this is happening this morning. Sometimes these things do happen and you cannot help it. You just have to do what you can. The pictures are rather somewhat static, so it's a little bit. It takes a while from when I do something for it to take effect. Okay, so let me go into the Constitution for you. By the way, the song playing this in the background is a song I wrote. It's called How Long. You can get it on iTunes and Spotify. Download it, share it among family and friends. It has a very important message for all of us that we should really look at. So whilst we're doing that, let me now go into the Nigerian Constitution for you, and we quickly talk about the autonomy issue and why it is so important that those who are talking about elections now understand that as we speak, in their local government, in every local government area, the autonomy of the local government has been taken away. That is to say that the states, they run each of the local government authorities. They run it and they decide what is built, what is not built. None of the local government council can take responsibility can guarantee or indeed meet the needs of the local people, because the state government, as it currently stands, the state government runs everything. It says here, let me just read section 7 of the Nigerian Constitution briefly. And those of you who follow us will know that I've been following and discussing the Nigerian Constitution at great length. So I'm going to try and see. I'm going to probably have to come back because I don't know what's happened here. The screen has somewhat just slowed up for some reason. But let me try. Let's push on for a little bit, and if it doesn't work, I'll come back. That's for Facebook and YouTube. So it says here, the system of local government by democratically elected local government councils is under the Constitution guaranteed, and accordingly, the government of every state shall, subject to conditions to Section 8 of this Constitution, ensure their existence under a law which provides for the establishment, structure, composition, finance, and functions of such councils. So you can see that there's a provision. So you can see that there's a provision. There is a provision for local councils. There's a provision for it. So then it says here, the persons authorized by law to prescribe the area over which a local government council may exercise authority shall define such area as clearly as practicable, and ensure the extent to which it may reasonably justifiable that in defining such area is paid to the common interest of the community in the area, the traditional association of the community, and the administrative convenience. I'm just reading, a little bit just to give us some context. It says here, it shall be, remember, I am reading from the Nigerian Constitution, the fraudulent 1999 Constitution. And this is one of the reasons why we talk about that Constitution is a fraud. Because if the local government, as it stands, local government has no autonomy over its finances, meaning that they cannot provide services to the local people without the state government directing their actions. And what that means is that if any funds for infrastructure comes to the state, potentially they can put a stop to it and prevent it from getting to the local government. And this is one of the reasons why we said the issue about the referendum, each and every one of us voting, this is where it counts. We didn't vote on this constitution. This was imposed on us. Nobody signed up to it, because if the local government were involved, they would have said no. Had they put this before us, they would have, everybody from the local government up would have said no, we want representation, we want autonomy from local government right to the state, to the federal, away from the state. The states want autonomy from the federal equally. The local government must have autonomy from the state to allow for people to be able to to develop and be able to hold local government officials accountable for lack of development. As it stands, the local government they'll say, well, we haven't received money from the state government, and the federal government said we sent money to them. So it's a back and forth where there is no accountability. And the fact that they are not, that should be a very important issue for those of you who are talking about going to vote in elections. It should tell us, it gives us a clear indication that what we are thinking of as a nation is indeed a fraud. Like I said, local government councils should have had, it shouldn't be difficult. It should not have been difficult to record the number of people in each of the local government council. But those who imposed this constitution on us knew what they were doing. They did not ask for the people's, they did not ask via referendum for the people to either support or reject the constitution. Instead, it was imposed. And the ramifications of the imposition is that 20 years after that constitution, 23 years now after that 1999 constitution, we are in a situation where, as we speak, the local government authorities have no autonomy, and that is a very, very sad situation to that is a very difficult situation for us all to be. So I'm gonna try something, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm having some issues on the. Let me try one more thing. I don't know what it is. I may have to restart this broadcast. Those of you on Facebook, so do beg your pardon, because it's a very important topic, and I just felt that it's not really doing it justice when the pictures are not running across smoothly. So it makes it difficult for it to go ahead. So I'm going to do something here. So those of you on YouTube, I will do the video later on. I want to try something to see if that will help. So good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. Yeah. So, yeah, good morning. I saw somebody say good morning there. Yeah, good morning, good morning. Yes, congratulations to Yoruba Nation, New Nation. Yes, congratulations. Yes, but we have to be very, very realistic. I'm afraid we have to be realistic about Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation is something we want to do, but there are too many factions, and we have to, yes, local government controlled by state military, exactly, Osondu Moses. I'm glad you're following what is being discussed. And that is what we need to understand. So those of you, the reason I'm raising this issue now is those of us who are talking about elections, sorry about this, who are talking about elections and we're going to vote and all of that. You need to factor into your discussions that those in power, those currently in power now, they don't want you to have any power. They do not want you to have any power at all. In fact, they want to do everything they can in their power to ensure that you never, they are not, you cannot hold them accountable. And the best way for them to do that is not to allow autonomy for local government areas. If the local government area does not have autonomy, that means that we cannot go and hold anybody accountable. That is the plain fact of the issue here. And I'm trying to raise the level of awareness. You see, as ever, you are watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. We don't, on this platform, what we do is come and talk about purely factually based issues. We're not here for tittle-tattle. We are here to enlighten our people, to awaken our minds to what is being done to us over and over and over. And frankly, at this point, those of you talking about and going for elections now, if you do not deal with what I am showing you on the screen, if we do not deal with the fact that the federal government has indeed taken away our right to be able to hold them to account by way of I'm going to, okay, let me answer that question. Somebody's just calling right now. Hello, sorry about that. I'm going to try and answer you. Give me a minute. I'm trying to answer your call. Hello, I hope you can hear me. My brother, if you can hear me, somebody's just calling now live, so I'm going to try and answer it whilst I'm on here. So beg your pardon. I'm trying to answer you. I hope you can pick it up. I hope you can hear me. Okay, let me just see. Can you hear me? No, okay. I will try and call him back later on. I just need to get this sorted out, but I can't get, for some reason it's not connecting, and I just wanted to answer the person quickly. Call again, please, if you can, because I've just, the phone is on, but sometimes the network does play funny games, so I'm not sure. So, now, so what I'm saying is that if you're going to vote in elections, you cannot hold anybody to account. I hope you understand that. Without having local government autonomy, there is nobody that you can hold to account. That is very fundamental to what is being discussed here. It is fundamental to the discussions. And we have to make sure that our people are aware that what has been done now is to ensure that we are unable to hold any one person to account. The state government will get the money and they will not let it go to the local government. And the federal government can get the money and they will not let it go to the state. So we are constantly in a situation where when we talk about actually having a development or to hold somebody to account for okay, it doesn't let me, okay, it's not letting me do it. Okay, so I can't quite understand why that's happening, but we will do that later on. So let me just see. I'm just trying to check what's going on here, so beg your pardon. Just trying to follow. Okay, so what I will do, please, as you're joining us, go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. What I will do is I will end the broadcast on YouTube, and I'll switch to completely on Facebook and see if that will rectify the situation, because I think there's some kind of a delay and that is difficult for me to navigate this. So bear with me. I'm trying to fix that as I speak along. I will come back to that later. It's not okay. Maybe it's okay. Can you all see me? Type 1 if you can see me on, and you can hear me on the on YouTube. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We'll manage that for now, and I'll fix that later. So if you can follow you can hear my voice clearly, but the video may be a bit slow, but that's okay. What I'm trying to do is to point out things, and the words that I read here, that is what is very, very important. This issue of the local government autonomy is the fundamental issue to our development. It has been fundamental to our development and how we do whatever we're going to achieve. It has actually held us back in many, many respects. We may not have been aware of it, but I am here to tell you that it is fundamental to anything we wish to achieve. And until we address that collectively, nothing is going to change. The election that's going to take place now will not change the fact. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. It's not talking the same thing? Okay. Ozondu Moses. Are you sure? Let me just check. It's the same thing. I can hear it on here. I can hear it. So please subscribe to Citizen AY. Please follow the link, and you can see the small sign there with subscribe. Just go on to Citizen AY on YouTube and click subscribe. Really help us to get this platform, to build this platform up. It's really important because you can see now that the kind of information that we're giving you are information that you won't get anywhere else. And we're here to talk about how we can empower ourselves, even as we are moving from Yoruba, wanting to break away from contractor Nigeria and become Yoruba nation, Biafra nation. We will need this key information. So also the Moses, I believe he's talking the same thing. Go and have a look at it. Subscribe to Citizen AY. It's the same pictures that you're seeing. It's slightly jerky, but bear with us for a minute. The words are what I want us to look at. So let us go and look again. So let me see. No. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to just talk about the local government. So it says here, the government of a state shall ensure that every person who is entitled to vote or be voted for at an election to House of Assembly shall have the right to vote and be voted for at an election to a local government council. The functions to be conferred by law upon local government council shall include those set out in Schedule 4, the 4th schedule of this Constitution. Subject to provisions of the Constitution, the National Assembly shall make provisions for statutory allocation of public revenue to local government councils in the Federation. The House of Assembly shall make provisions for statutory allocation of public funds to ensure of allocation of public revenue to local government councils within the state. So now you can see there's a pattern here now. That is what I'm reading to you is from the Nigerian Constitution. Let me see if I can just I think I'm gonna pause. Okay, what I'll do, let me stop the broadcast on YouTube and I'll come back with a recording later on. So before I do that, so I won't miss, I'll come back later on YouTube and restream this part of it because I want to make sure this broadcast it gets clear. For now, I will do that for now, and we will come back and do restream the whole thing on YouTube. There's something happening that is slowing everything up, and I want to try and test it to see if it will work without just on